That's something that an agent really needs, is to have an amazing tiger eye. You have to know what, when you look at somebody, my eye does something that a normal person's eye does not. The process when I want to represent, it's many different things. Whether they've emailed to the agency, which we get bombarded probably in the tune of hundreds a day. It's a lot of sorting. I personally look at every single one and more than likely delete most every single one. I'm just kidding. Not all, but you know, it's quick. After 17 years of looking through faces, your eye immediately goes to something specific. And that's something that an agent really needs, is to have an amazing tiger eye. You have to know what, when you look at somebody, my eye does something that a normal person's eye does not. It's able to almost look at it like a photo camera, I guess, if you will. I can see what you're gonna look like behind the camera. Boy, there's so many multiple things that I'm doing in an interview really quickly to see if you're cut out for the industry. If you have the balls, if you will, you have to have a lot of tenacity to, is it tenacity or, yeah, is that the word? To be in this business, and you have to be strong. So I look for those certain qualities. And then of course, Polaroid them and you know, kind of get them into the system slowly but surely, test their portfolio books, get them on a shoot or so, get their first booking, show them how to walk, you know, show them how to pose. There's a lot of elements that can even go into that one first interview. I come from the time when a model, it wasn't about beauty, it was about something unique, something so different about you. Maybe an interesting cleft cheek, or lip, or your cheeks were really sunken in, or you had really white set eyes, or you were really thin, or something really androgynous about you, or something just, it wasn't just about beauty, it's about something so unique that you can't stop looking at it. You have to have a perfect measurements in this industry, and you can't go an inch or an above or an inch below, you know? Preferably an inch below if you're gonna do it. But, you know, and then after that, I would just say amazing skin. But I think first and foremost, out of everything, you can have a beautiful, 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 beautiful male or female model, but it's their personality that's gonna get them the booking. Nowadays, being just beautiful doesn't work. You have to be a quadruple threat. So you have to walk in, and the whole reason the photographer, the stylist has pulled all those clothes, the makeup and hair artists are on site, is because of the model. They're there to shoot this model. And that model has to be able to create such an energy, such a vibe in that room, and really manhandle the camera to such a certain point where it's like unbelievable. It's like a monster, like I said, what we try to create. And that's makes a good model. So you really need an amazing personality to get that shining through that camera, you know? If there's agencies with open call, God bless you. I don't do that. We technically get them through the computer, or of course out in the malls or out on the streets, or a friend of a friend to get into the agency. But when they do come and I really want to model, I would have to assess what I'm dealing with first. What are your measurements? How tall are you? What is it that you're wanting to do? How many girls have come to me and said this? I'm 5'4", but I want to be on the runway. Okay, well, let me just squash your dream right now, like this, and really loud, and just move it around. That's just not gonna happen. You're not gonna ever be 5'4" and be hitting New York City Fashion Week. It's just not gonna happen. These girls are 5'9", they love 5'10s and 5'11s. They're up there. So, and you're competing with girls that are from, like, you know, Russia and Brazilian girls. I mean, these girls are insane breeds of models. So being 5'4" is just not gonna work. So instead of crushing it so fast, I would say, listen, you wanna be a supermodel? Well, tell me, who's on the cover of Vogue? Anybody? It's always who? It's never a supermodel. It's never supermodel Cindy Crawford. It's not Naomi Campbell. It's not any of these Kate Mosses. No, it's always Angelina Jolie. it's a famous actor that's 5'4", you know? So if you want to become a supermodel and being 5'4", well then become a famous actress. And you'll be a bigger supermodel than the supermodel. You actually get the cover of Vogue. So there's a lot of things that I encourage, because you may be just absolutely beautiful, but you're just too short for certain areas of the industry. And so I would just try to guide you and work and say, this is what I think you're gonna be good at, okay? And this is where I want you to focus. And we're gonna focus here. And just so happens, if by weird chance, you end up on a runway show, great. I'm not saying those things could never, ever, 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 ever happen, but they're not realistic. So we need to focus on what's realistic, guide you around this, and let whatever else hit you come this way. Sometimes what breaks my heart is when I'm in the mall and I've approached a killer girl or guy, and the parent has been like, no, we're not interested, no, you know, it's like, oh no. They don't even understand the opportunity of life that was just about to, you know, come upon their life. It's incredible what a life-changing experience can make